Hi, Avon the Shaman here, and in this video I want to talk about the Divine Feminine, the Sacred Yin, the Receptive Principle. So let's just begin by taking some deep breaths. Make sure that your spine is nice and erect and straight. And just feel your body, your muscles let go. And feel yourself slip into the receptive mode. Become present. Allow your awareness to simply be here, in your body, in your breath. Meditation is very, very much about being receptive. It's completely yin when you're meditating from a very true space of listening, of being receptive, of being open to Source's guidance. Allow me to clarify what I'm referring to when I talk about the sacred feminine. I'm talking about the energetic side of the masculine, the opposite to the masculine, in energy terms. This feminine energy has nothing to do with society's idea of femininity, of how you dress, or other conventional ideas of what feminine energy is. This is about energy and vibration, and it's about how can we draw and allow that beautiful, mysterious, joyful, divine feminine energy to flow into our lives. So first of all, let's acquaint ourselves with exactly what kind of qualities is involved in the divine feminine. And I would say mysterious, definitely mystery. It's a very subtle energy. When we call in the divine feminine energy in meditation class, it's slower and it's a lot more, it's subtler in its frequency. And you can really feel that when you're aware of it and when you really are open to observing and tuning into that frequency. You'll see that it moves in almost spirals or waves into your energy field, where the yang is it's got a more directness, it's got more activity in it, and it's much more forthright. The divine feminine is slow, it's dark, it's faithful, it knows where it's going, it has a course, but it takes its time. It's very present, it's very in the moment. It's receptive and it's open. It's fearless. It is abundant. It knows that it's fecund, it's fertile, and it absolutely is creative. When we surrender, when we let go, when we drop our resistance in our lives, we are activating and using the qualities of the divine feminine. It's full and empty all at once. It's It's everything and nothing. It's a beautiful paradox, like all energetic systems and qualities. The paradox is always there in our spiritual understanding. It's incredibly sensitive, emotive, it's vulnerable, but there's strength in this vulnerability. It's vulnerable in that it's innocent, it's open, it's allowing, and that is vulnerability in its purest form. It's pleasurable, and it's very much able to enjoy whatever it's partaking in purely for the pleasure of the experience. So that is when you're eating something, maybe you're eating some kind of sensual fruit or food or chocolate or something that really stimulates a sense of joy and pleasure inside your body. That's engaging with the feminine energy. Which could be why some women talk about really craving chocolate and cocoa and kind of richer, creamy foods around their period. It's that feminine energy calling you to engage with life, with pleasure, with playfulness, with fun, with being present purely for the joy of the experience. So, how can we really increase yin in our lives? Well, it's about taking the time and creating space to be more sensitive with our surroundings. And not just physically with really enjoying the pleasure of touch and, texture and experiencing the world through our physical senses, but very much so, and again, this is where the subtle energy of the feminine really kicks in, really tuning into the frequencies that are around us and the energetic values that are in our environment. So that's also applies to our breathing, being present and just focusing on the breath, feeling the body respond in any way that it chooses to, and allowing that to be. Yoga is a wonderful form of engaging with the feminine. All sensual experiences, sexual experiences, when we're really in that juicy flow of completely abandoning ourselves to our sensuality and really tuning into that goddess sexual energy and letting it really fill up our cells and fill up our bodies. This is another beautiful way and a very powerful way of engaging with the beautiful, sacred, divine energy. When we're in listening mode, when we're able to really sit back and listen to someone, and I mean true listening, not where you keep interrupting someone or you're actually looking at the person but you're not actually taking in what's happening for them, or you're not present. That's not working with the feminine energy. I'm talking about really, really being present for someone, holding a space for them to express themselves. And when you hold that space for them, this is really a very ultimate way of being in the feminine. So all healing work, spiritual activities, like I said, meditation, yoga, writing is a very, very powerful way of being in the divine feminine as well. Putting pen to paper is a great focus of expression and creative activity, which is receptive because you're receiving ideas and concepts and you're expressing them out on the page. Again, very feminine, very yin. Reading is a wonderful way of allowing the feminine really, really be active in your life, because to read you have to be present and still and focused in a very gentle and yet powerful way with whatever concepts or material that you're reading. So definitely playfulness, allowing the inner child to come out and play and just be. And again, having experiences and doing things for the sheer joy and pleasure of those experiences. That's when you know you're absolutely, you're playing with your yin side. Gentle exercise like going for a stroll, walking by the sea, exercise that doesn't exert you immensely and really have that yang kick in, like when you go for a really intense run, or if you have a really intense workout, or you're lifting weights and things like that, your yang is definitely being engaged then. So, you know, going for a walk with a friend to maybe listen to your friend, or to have a chat, or to express yourself. Singing is a great way to call in and use your feminine self. It's a form of channeling, so it's very, very feminine in its nature. Yeah, so that's just some of the ways that we can really invite in more yin, more feminine energy into our lives. And I think it's important that we have a balance. We definitely live in a world, in the Western world, there is more of a focus on the masculine, on the yang, on the productivity, you know, getting things done, being in the active principle, and that's fine, and that's necessary, and the balance is very, very needed. However, we have neglected the divine feminine. We have definitely put more emphasis and more value on the masculine side of things. And I think that it's important that we address that balance. So that's why I'm doing this video. I hope it was helpful. If you liked it, please click the like button and tune in again for more updates.